I'm about to show you something crazy. Welcome back. This is our first unboxing. I need a knife and we need more parts. We have a solution to our engine problem in this box. We have an ICT Billet accessory drive bracket. Now, you see 3 pulleys, lots of bolts, and all kinds of fun stuff. We did get the first bracket of this kind. So this was just released. This allows us to put all the accessories on the right-hand side of the engine and also have a tensioner on that bracketry as well. That being said, we're gonna put this on the car in this video. We will get to that shortly. The Haltech system does not come with coil harness for left and right. So our fine friends at ICT also gave us one of these. So I figured out of all the cheap wiring that I was told not to buy, this one works well. And it's also from ICT. They stand behind it, and obviously we have a lot of their products. It works great. Again, not sponsored. So far, their stuff has been amazing. This also comes with a new power steering pump. This is the one that they made to fit with this bracket specifically. So we also purchased it at a unfortunate premium price. Now, it is not as expensive as some, and because it's aftermarket, it is, I'm guessing, a lot better than the stock one. This does look like a Camaro pump to me, like a newer one, newish one, 2010-ish. However, we are going to put it to the test and use it alongside of all of this other stuff. Oh, this did suffer a little bit of leakage, that's fine. And now we need to figure out lines, obviously, to connect this to the car. So there's one on top, and there's one on the bottom. So these are AN lines. So it's a PS 9008 ALR. And this is gonna bolt right inside of that bracket and gonna provide a nice, clean, smooth solution. You can get a chrome reservoir as well, which maybe we'll look at later. On to the next thing. They sent us some stickers, a nice lanyard. I will probably put this in a giveaway or some kind. I don't really collect these, but if someone would like some, I can do that. On to some other things that will complement the new paint job. We have purple spark plug wires. Yes, more purple stuff. Purple spark plug wires, we're gonna give them a clean. They're gonna be nice and purplish. I did opt for the extra shielding on it because we are making our own headers. We wanna make sure that these don't melt, obviously. Now these are super thick. I believe they're 10 mils. These are also 14 inches long. I did get a set for a car and they did not work. A little bit more wires, better than not enough. On to the next thing. It's like Christmas. We have green anodized fuel rails. Go with the green, go with the purple. It's gonna be nice, fluent kind of design. That being said, we have 8 AN lines, and we are running 8 AN lines from the front to back, return and send. I also have a Racetronics fuel pressure regulator, and we will add that as well. And we're gonna install all this stuff on this video. Now, I've been holding onto these parts for quite a while. I ordered them a long time ago, some of them, in preparation for this build. At the end of all of this, I will have a build list. I'll try and put some costs in there. By all means, I will share that information. On to the main event. Let me show you what's in this box. We have flowcharts, information for your tuner. You need that. Very detailed. There is a lot of information here. And, oh man, beautiful, beautiful. 8 fuel injectors ready to go. We are gonna put these in as well. I am super excited. We're getting so close. As we're going, no problem. So close. Look at that. It even comes with 8 plugs, pinouts, pins and locks, and rubber stoppers to make your own harness. Now, I could have done this However, I did buy the EV14, EV6 harness from Haltech, so that will plug right in here as well. These are wonderful. LS3, LS7, LSA, L76, L92, L99. 1050cc fuel injectors from Canadian Performance Injection. Now, Joel and his team, they also sell Brian Tooley racing equipment. They're Canadian, which is great for us. Shipping was very reasonable. And obviously, you're in Canada, you're spending Canadian dollars, you're getting exactly what you paid for. They make dragsters, they do all kinds of stuff. I'll link their channel and their coordinates below. Definitely check them out if you need fuel injectors. They're great guys to deal with. I haven't tried them yet, but the testimonials and the people I've talked to have all dealt with them. They are great people. This is, I'm super, super excited. So that's what we have for now. I have some more parts, many, many more parts over there, and we'll get to those as we get to it. For now, we'll get started and play with some man Legos. Another ICT item, which I didn't realize was ICT until it showed up. I got these on Amazon because I had bought the wrong ones, as you probably remember. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Here it is. Beautiful intake. Rather quickly. Place to sit. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. One and done. Okay, I lied. We're gonna do the bracket after this. I just couldn't look at that. Oh my God, it looks so good. So nice. Oh, beautiful. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? We are taking this to the next level. And it's showing right now. Again, big thank you to Joel. Man, I appreciate you so much. He believes in the car, believes in the project, and us. So please go over there, show him some love. They don't just sell LS parts. They sell fuel injectors for every single car, every engine you could imagine. They are Canadian. Right now, actually, they're having a 25% off tariff sale. These guys are great, man. They make amazing products. I can't wait to actually see them fire. Well, actually, I'm not really going to see them fire because they're pretty well buried in there. They're so small, but the ends of them are just so nice. Like I've never had this much fuel in my life. So I can't wait for the gas bills to come. Okay. We have a throttle body. The last and final piece on the top of this thing. Holy smokes, look at this thing. We decided to go drive-by cable. We're going to keep the cable. It's going to be just fine. It did come with this gasket. I'm not quite sure if I mean, it has a rubber one. I have a rubber one. Should I put a rubber one? Yeah. All right. We have a new gasket. Let's put this on and see what happens. So this is new. I think they're both the same side. Yes. Wow. Ooh. We'll start this bolt. It's a little hard one to get to. So I'd gone with this brand, Edelbrock, because I'm a classic car guy. And they make some good classic car stuff. Edelbrake, they've been called as well. A bunch of other stuff. Some people aren't very nice. But Out of all the Chinesium ones, I was going to go with a Amazon special and then hope for the best, but instead we spent a little more money on this one. I got this one from Summit. It came with, or I ordered it at the same time as the harmonic balancer. So that worked out okay. Try to save some shipping, maybe just a bit. But obviously, as Canadians, I don't really notice much of a savings, especially on shipping. And with the name brand item, also at that point, I'm hoping that the sensors will be good. It did get good reviews on Summit Racing. Not sponsored. I'm not sure if I have to keep saying that or not. Maybe I should. Not sponsored. The problem is, you're never going to see this nice gold blade once it's all together. So they make these things really nice. You just can't see any of them. So luckily the top is black. Fits with the theme. We do have some matte black coils. And we'll get over to the engine here in just a second. Now, I did borrow Emily's camera for this because obviously it is much nicer than a GoPro. As you can probably tell from the last few videos, they haven't really been all that great as far as, you know, quality goes. So, I've already cleaned these surfaces, and we are now going to drop this on there, like that. And that's pretty much it. Oh my God, does it ever look nice? I got this set on Amazon. It was like 100 and some piece set. It is working out very well. I have been doing some testing. I left a couple outside, and they don't rust. It is officially, what does it say? 4270 stainless. I'm sure there's a torque spec for this somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. Is that another ICT billet piece? Yes. What we have here is the ICT steam port kit. What this does is let steam out of the engine, or air, I guess, out of your cooling system on the LS. I'm going to put some thread sealant on here. We are moving right along here, folks. Always close your knife. And instead of using Teflon, this is what I used on my airlines. I have never had a leak since. So this goes under. O-ring is there. Yes. O-ring goes in. This goes on. I should be able to tighten these lines while they're on here. So we have this on. This is the steam port. They are on both sides. I was able to stop them from spinning. It's all tight and torqued down. Everything is fantastic. I've now also put on the little wire harnesses I got. What do you think? Tucked or loose and zip tied? Tucked or zip tied? I'm thinking the tucked, but you guys tell me. What do you think? Much nicer, much nicer. Okay, now we're on to this bracket. Well, we hit our first snag. There seems to be some missing bolts. I was about to start on section 1 and the 2 first bolts are missing. So I've sent an email over to my buddy Josh there, and hopefully he can ship them out. It's the 2 tapered bolts that go in. So again, this is first release of this item, and I'm sure, you know, stuff like this does happen. So step 2, put on the water pump. The water pump is on. I do need to tighten this down, which I can do, I guess, now. Perfect. You don't want to go too tight. This is aluminum after all. So that's good. This goes here. And then this bracketry goes underneath. The back of this kind of fits inside of this slot here. Sort of. Like this. Like that. See? Cool, eh? And then 2 other bolts on this end go into the head as well. So we can actually put this on the car, but we won't be able to put the alternator on and stuff yet because I still need to get in here and tighten down these bolts. 2 bolts here. Ooh, this thing weighs a little bit. Ah, there we go. So we'll put this spacer in. What the? There's no hole. What is this? There's no hole there. No hole there either. What the? And he says should still fit the truck alternator. And we'll see about that, I guess. Right, meow. So that will go here. This will go there. We have another problem. So, down in this area, you see I've got some AN fittings that are holding this on. Now, I do have to tighten these down, but I don't think they go right into the hole. So, right now, that pulley is touching this AN fitting right here. So, I don't know, maybe I'll tighten this down and see if I can push these in a little further. But I don't think they are supposed to be all the way in. I think they're supposed to stick out a little bit. So, we have a problem. Alternator doesn't fit. I will need a smaller one, I guess. I'm not sending this back. It costs a fortune in shipping. It's just the issue with United States and Canada. For some reason, shipping across the border is absolutely ridiculous. Just disappointing. Now the alternator needs to change, and there's 2 mystery bolts there. I don't know. Is the block not right? Or I don't know. Seems very odd. That's fine. I don't need it right at this moment to continue wiring and doing whatever else. Now we can poke a hole in the firewall and kind of start running some wiring a little bit, or at least prepare for that. Hey! While I was filming the other video, I placed in an order. I was going to post it, but we had to make an edit because we have some new pieces that have arrived. As you can see here, we have a plethora of ICT stuff. We have our missing bolts. Thank you, Josh, for sending all these out. I reached out to them. They shipped it the same day. This guy, incredible. The customer service there is fantastic. On a stock truck iron block, you're missing some holes. Now, if you can see, this bracket right here will fix my problem. However, there's still a bolt hole missing. Now, part of my issue down in this portion of the block, on an iron block, there is a provision for a hole. However, it's not drilled or tapped. So that is an issue. That goes into this hole, which is right over here. I have gotten my tap and die set out, a nice set of drill bits that are new, which are not metric, but it is an M10 by 1.5, so a 5/16 should get me in the range. Now this kit with this extra bracket, this bracket goes around your timing cover and allows you to have one more threaded hole. They give you this fancy template where you bolt the top and the bottom, so I have to take all that stuff off. And then here is the pilot hole for this 1.5 tap. This may not be needed, and I know that everyone's probably going to say, well, 1 or 2 bolts is fine, but there is an empty hole. It needs to go somewhere. I need as much, I guess, structure to this as possible. Plus, it's another fancy shiny piece on the engine. This kit also comes with a ton of these different spacers for different applications. I'm going to have spacers and aluminum rods and tubes and bolts coming up my yin-yang. We have now fixed our problem. We just now need to apply it. And then we're gonna try to tap the hole. Now, I'm not an expert at tapping. I have tapped only a few things. I've cleaned threads with a tap. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's on the car. In case you're wanting to swap something, the iron blocks and the aluminum blocks have some different holes, and we're gonna take care of that right now. Can you see that? Finally, made a hole. Or threaded a hole, yeah. Holy crap, I do not like tapping holes. Oh, baby. So that fits here. It fits here. And it fits here. Time to hit up the sander. Okay, now we're here. We have our handheld bandsaw. I picked up this fancy mount on Amazon. I will get more into details with this later. I wasn't planning on bringing this out until the exhaust work started. However, we need it right now. So we're going to just chop some of this and make our own pieces. So it's all good. Line them up and put this down here. Something or other. Oh yeah, a little chunk there. But that's okay. Now I'll throw it in the sander. We'll clean them up and we'll put them on. And there we go. It is installed. Nice Jones pump. Accessory drive is connected. The hole I tapped is fantastic. I'm very surprised. Maybe I should practice some more. Just gonna torque this bolt down and we are good to go. Just waiting also for this little bracket. If anyone has a spare high amperage truck alternator, please send it my way. Otherwise, we'll have to see if this will work. The only issue that I could see is that it hits the hood because it is now the highest point almost, except for that plug right here on this coil, but it is the highest point. It might hit the hood, I'm not quite sure, and I'm not about to drill a hole in the hood just so this alternator fits, so I may have to get a new one. We will see. So that's a quick one for you guys. It is fantastic. Belts are easy to get. The one I do have for the original accessory drive doesn't fit. It's either too big or too small. I also have to check the routing because it's kind of funky with these extra pulleys. But looks great. We are now accessorized and ready to go on to the next step, which is, as you can see behind me here, we are creating a transmission mount for the T56. I've already started. I've got a couple pieces cut, but we do have some more cutting and welding to do and measurements. It needs to be perfect. So that's next. Once that's done, then we're jumping into the interior and getting the wiring situated, showing you guys what we're putting in here for a standalone system. And I hope you are excited, because I am very excited to work on some gadgets. So great. This is great. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Links will be in the description for all the sponsors and partners that we have on this build. Check out their products. We only used the best stuff. So if you want to get some of your own stuff, by all means, hit the links below, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.